For this month's Annie's Adventure, we wanted to have a clear view of apple season.
So what better way to do that than buy at Clearview Orchards right here in Hazlet.
Tons of apples, and we got to really get picking, but I have to admit,
What?
I already started ahead.
Hey! All right, let's go. We thought picking apples was the best part, but I think talking a little bit about the different kinds of apples that we have and the season that we've had is also very important.
That's right. So Andy, we've had quite a season here, but tell us how that impacts the apples that we had.
Apparently it didn't. I mean, that's like a lunch.
Yeah, right?
It's huge. So Phil and Kathy, who own Clearview Orchards, I'm really interested in a lot of the growing season this year because we started with cool, then drought for a long time when everything was blossoming.
Right.
And then we just caught up with the rainfall in a heartbeat.
Right.
And then we've had these hot part of fall and going into fall, and now it's cooling again. But it didn't seem to matter, did it?
Right. No. June was really dry. And so we were really concerned in June and what that might mean. So part of our orchard, most of our orchard is irrigated, so we irrigated during that really dry spell because we wanted to get as much cell division in those little apples as we could. So our goal is really to get fruit size. We're a U-pick operation here, so
whenever we got the heat going for even a few days, all of a sudden it cooled back down again. I mean, it was comfortable, but not that typical summer heat. Did that have a good effect?
Oh yeah, that was actually ideal for us because the warm days, cooler nights, it just builds higher sugars. So the fruit is sweeter. We also grow peaches out here, and during peach season, the peaches were just spectacular because they were so sweet.
So even though you got a bigger growth, and some of these apples are monstrous, it still got a little more sugar in it because of the way it all came about.
Yeah, because of the timing. Later we got a lot of rain during July, gave us the size we were looking for, but the cooler nights and warm days, it just builds sugars. So they're big and they're sweet. Michigan normally produces about 24, 25 million bushels. The forecast for this year is 32 million bushels, so it's a huge crop.
Yeah, people can still come out and pick these. Obviously you've got quite a lot here to pick. That's probably gonna go right up to Halloween or later.
Yeah, that's our plan, is we'll run till 1st of November. We start in early season with McIntosh and then move into Empire and Jonathan. And McIntosh is a really nice apple to work with. A lot of folks really like that for applesauce. It's a great applesauce apple. And then we
applesauce. It kind of sounds similar.
Yeah. then we move into Empires, which is half Red Delicious, half McIntosh. Little firmer, really a sweet tart taste, really nice.
Empire is one of my favorite, but I didn't know it was a mix of the two.
It is, yeah. It's a cross between the two. And then from there into Golden Delicious, and Jonathan's are really nice. They can use them in applesauce. A lot of folks will mix McIntosh, Empire, and Jonathan together for their applesauce. Gives it really nice color. Then as we get later into the season, we get into Northern Spies. It's the premier pie apple. You can't get a better apple for apple pie. And Matsu, this is a unique apple to Michigan. You can't find that very many places. And you have to almost find it on a specialty farm.
So Northern Spy is the one that we want to use when we're making apple pie. And I was going to ask you, if we have, we're looking more for a cider, which apple would you recommend?
Oh, you know, and I didn't put one in here, but yeah, Golden's a good one. But normally when we're making cider, we start with 50% Red Delicious.
Okay.
And they're red, they're sweet. That's a good one. And then we add Golden Delicious, which is another good variety.
It's been fun.
Stopping
by, and I see why you call it clear view. It's like, view, it's a clear view of apple season.
Clear view and the perfect view too as well.
Yes, thank you guys.
You're welcome. Thank you.
We have a lot of apples from stopping by there. It was so much fun, and the good thing is like they have everything on Facebook. So if you want to stop by and you don't know what their hours are, just go on their Facebook, or by calling them, just because like things change, and if their apples are picked out, so definitely head to their Facebook. But it was a lot of fun.
And they have a little house, little shack, and we pulled in, so you don't have to pick yourself. They're there, the pumpkins, but it's an old-fashioned picking orchard. You go in, and apples are great, and they got sections cut off every part of month they open up other ones, so there's always something to pick. And I recommend getting out to an orchard and see how these folks, they work so hard to make a buck. And agriculture in our state is huge, and it pays the bills a lot for our state. So visit one of them. I would recommend Clearview if you want to just do old-fashioned picking.
Yeah, that's right. It's a perfect way to bring in that fall season as well.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I've got a lot of Empire apples. I'm making my way one by one.
I know. I'll be honest. I was gonna make you guys like a little bit of an apple pie with the apples.
Something needs to come out of it.
Yes. I'll do it tomorrow.
Please do.
Even a
Yes.
taffy apple would be nice.
Okay. All right. Okay. Don't get too fancy.
Well, we love doing an adventure with
Yes,
you,
thank
Andy.
you.
I liked it.
Awesome.